Brunch, the daily morning show where we talk about the latest topics in entertainment. I'm Brittany Jones-Cooper.
I'm Shannon Coffey.
I'm Allie Colbert.
And I'm Lucas Tim. Hi,
Welcome.
Hi, guys.
Let's get right into it, shall we?
Yes.
Okay, well, Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants is being adapted into a musical. Tony Award-winning producer Scott Delman and his company Blue Spruce Productions acquired the live theatrical rights of the Sisterhood films. The movie, starring Amber Tamblyn, Alexis Bledel, America Ferrera, and Blake Lively, tells the coming-of-age stories of four best friends as they share a pair of pants over the course of momentous summers in their lives. No word yet on a release date for the musical, but are we pumped?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of all the different ways they can rhyme the word pants in a song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, will the pants sing? That's what I'm wondering.
Will the pants sing?
Yeah.
Maybe the pants will be the fifth character.
Perhaps.
That's interesting. What will the songs be like?
Yeah, like nothing rhymes with
Now
pants.
it's your turn for the pants.
Yeah. I hope you wash them.
Right.
Yeah. Because I'm just thinking about four girls in the summer sharing pants, and I'm like, ugh.
Jeans, too.
Yeah,
jeans. Because I
It's like, I don't know about you, but
I do love how we also spin it in reality.
It's like hard for me.
There's no way they all were able to fit in those pants, but we're like, yeah, inclusive. Like,
Yeah,
everybody
we
can
love
fit them. Yeah.
Yeah, I want the science behind it. Like, or were they just like
Well,
elastic pants?
That's the whole magic.
That's the beauty
of
of
the film.
them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're the magic pants.
Yeah, they fit everyone. That's a surprise. That's the story.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you guys see the movies?
yeah.
You're like, that's the story, Brittany. That's the plot.
You're like, you don't believe in magic?
Put on the jeans.
We should get some jeans for our team.
Honey, the four of
we
us
should do- we
actually.
should
Can
do a
you
travel-
imagine if we all shared the same jeans?
Totally, we should do it.
Lucas would love that. The
I would
four of
love
us
it.
actually
Really?
do share a pair of jeans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do.
Yeah.
You have them today.
Yeah.
I'm wearing them. Yeah.
I wore them
secretly-
earlier this week.
Yeah. I smell them after you guys give them to me. I'm always like,
Shannon really enjoys it.
That's
yeah.
disgusting.
I really love our co-hosts. I have no shame.
Clearly. The thing I do love about these movies is that the four women are actually friends in real life. Like, I remember when America Ferrera was pregnant, do you remember that on Instagram? And they all posted that photo, like, hugging her on a couch, and they've all become mothers. Like, they really grew up together, which makes me even more excited about the musical, because I'm, like, invested in the story.
Right.
Yeah. This was Blake Lively's first ever role. I
Really?
remember listening to an interview with her in it where she said that I don't even know that maybe this was her first audition too.
Oh, wow.
And she just got this part and it shows. I mean, no, I'm joking. But she's so cute in it. Everyone's so cute in it. I love them. And it's so funny to look back and see how young they were together.
I know.
I know. And now Amber Tamblyn is like super political.
Uh-huh.
They're
And
cool.
Alexis
cool cats.
Bledel is
Cool cats.
shoveling waste in the colonies.
I know.
All doing great
Oh
things.
yeah. Oh my God, Rory.
Yeah, Rory.
And
Rory.
the cast said that they'd be open to making another movie. So I'm like,
Are you
on top of a
serious?
musical, I would love to see them do a third one.
I would watch it. But instead of, like, traveling around the world and stuff, it's just, like, they're all mothers and stuff now.
They're
It'd be, like, a
older.
very, like, domestic traveling
Sisterhood of the
pants.
Traveling Breast Pump.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one.
Yeah.
I think I could see that.
We talk a lot about breast pumps in the makeup room.
We do, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was,
not there for
we were
that.
talking about this earlier, like I was in a sorority and so we're kind of prone to do things like this. So in my sorority, we actually had a bra that we would all pass around. Like if
Oh,
somebody,
that's why you didn't share.
yeah, that's
Okay.
why I didn't share. If somebody was a supportive sister that week or did something really nice for somebody else in the sorority, they would get this bra. And then you like can pass it on to the next girl if
I
she does
hate
something
sororities.
supportive.
Wait,
for you.
but do you have to wear it?
No, you don't have to wear it. It's just more symbolic. And so I was the last one to get
What
the
a
bra,
beautiful
and I
symbol.
still
Yeah.
have the bra. So now, like, I've been out of college for a while, but I want to send it to one of my friends randomly in the mail
Wait,
and be
but-
like, you were supported this week.
But the bra didn't stay in the sorority. You just took it
Yeah.
home with you.
No,
You,
it stayed in the
you
sorority.
disrupted the cycle.
Yeah.
No,
You broke
I
it.
was the last
Oh,
one. It was like my
no.
senior year. It was like the last.
So it was just your.
Oh, it
your
was
group.
Yeah,
group.
it was just like
Okay,
that's
wasn't
where it
like
ended.
in the Kappa house.
Or I just
thing.
forgot to pass it on. I don't
Were you
remember.
Kappa Kappa Gamma?
No, I was an Alpha Chi
I just made that
Omega.
up. I don't know.
Oh, you
any
just,
sorority.
he made it up. He made it up. Alpha Chi Omega.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did the girls do for that?
Oh, we Alpha Chi Omega.
They always do the funniest stuff. What's the one that they like bite off their fist?
I don't know.
They're like,
Oh, and then there's like that.
that's DG.
DG, yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
DG girls are like really annoying. No offense.
I love your sorority face too, by the way.
And then my head. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Anyway, I'm excited about this musical. I feel like anybody who was like ages 18 to 35 is gonna love it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a fun one. Chris Nolan's comic book adaptation, The Dark Knight, returns to IMAX theaters for its 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Big Dark Knight fans.
Starting next month, fans can catch the film on the big screen for just 1 week at select theater locations. The Dark Knight was the first superhero film to earn over $1 billion at the box office. Wow, you guys excited for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seems that way. We have a Dark Knight plant in the audience. We have a Dark Knight stand.
I can't believe it's been a decade.
10 years?
I know.
Wow.
And yeah, I just remember when this movie came out and seeing it for the first time and the theater being packed. I mean, Christopher Nolan, what he did with the Dark Knight trilogy, like, changed superhero movies forever. Like this, like Batman, I don't know the exact how many years, but Batman they weren't releasing Batman movies for a long time after that disastrous George Clooney
He's starting a Lucas speech.
There it goes. So this is a huge deal. And the fact, Heath Ledger won the Oscar. Sadly, he passed away before he could accept the award, but for this role. And I love when they re-release movies into theaters, because some movies
You do?
Yeah, I think they're like, when they re-released Lord of the Rings into theaters, of course I went, because like some of those, they're just so much, the way they're meant to be watched.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, but would you see this in the theater again?
Maybe not.
We have someone nodding in the back of the room.
Maybe, yeah. I was with friends. It was really spectacular. It would be cool to see in this grand scope again.
You do bring up a good point. I feel like it did set the tone for like the next 10 years, of superhero movies. Because now it's such a big thing. And I remember the first Batman I watched was like Michael Keaton, and he's kind of like skinny, and it was just like him and Michelle Pfeiffer like looking at each other.
That's a great one.
Like now, and then this really like blew everything out of the water. Now it like set the standard for the things we're seeing today, for sure.
Totally.
Yeah, I agree.
I understand like your point about going, and like I remember going when it's like a very big like cinematic experience. Like some movies that are reaching their like 10-year anniversary, like Step Brothers. I don't know that I would go back to the theater to watch Step Brothers, but like I remember when Titanic was re-released on IMAX. I went and saw that, and I was just like, Jack, I love it. But I don't know about how I feel about like spending like $12 on a ticket when I could just rent the movie for $2 at home.
Right.
That's true.
You mentioned the 10 years. Sex and the City, the first movie, has been 10 years. And again,
It's been 10 years
that's
since
on like E every weekend. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know if I need to go to.
If you turn on E, it will be on.
It will be on. It's guaranteed to be on. So I don't know if I would go to a theater to see that. But yeah, I think really big movies like this where the action sequences and the crowd, I think it's probably worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and hopefully people will dress up and stuff, because I like when they come back and it's more interactive. Like The Room. I love when people go like like viewings of The Room where people like throw spoons up in the air and do like crazy shit like that. Like that I'm into.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I was gonna say I haven't seen the second Dark Knight.
Oh,
wait,
is that the
there's three.
Catwoman one?
Oh, I haven't seen
So
it.
Dark Knight Rises was the third. Was the ending one with Anne Hathaway as
Yeah.
Catwoman? She was fine. Michelle Pfeiffer was the best Catwoman ever.
Hands down.
Yeah.
What? You shut your mouth.
Are you
Oh,
kidding?
kick him out. Kick him out
Michelle
right now.
Pfeiffer-
We told you to
Pfeiffer
speak
was
when we
the
take it
best
back.
We take it back. Michelle Pfeiffer was an incredible Catwoman.
She just oozed like cat sexy.
Yeah.
She
Exactly.
oozed pussy.
She was like really scary and dark.
Yeah.
I like that she was like kind of creepy, and you're
Yeah.
like, she's more like an alley cat. She's kind of evil. She's like licking
Yeah.
They
stuff.
called me Alley Cat in my sorority.
Like,
Isn't that weird?
That's it.
I was
And
like,
Danny
so, like-
DeVito was the Penguin in that movie.
That was the best
yeah.
Batman for me ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Dark Knight with Heath Ledger,
Wait, did I just hear Danny DeVito was a good Batman?
No,
Yeah.
Danny DeVito
You
was
don't
the best.
remember that? I
Yeah.
missed that one.
You missed that.
it.
Batman was
I'm Batman.
a lot. It was definitely comical take on the comic book. But yeah, this one, Dark Knight, it was the second one of that trilogy. And Heath Ledger was unreal. I
Yeah.
mean, that was just
Yeah.
spectacular.
Without a doubt, without a
Yeah.
doubt. Well, from Batman over to radio, Netflix hopes to get the last laugh by launching a comedy radio channel on Sirius XM. The radio channel is expected to hit the airwaves next year and will focus on original comedy programming and stand-up clips. I'm excited about this. I listen to a lot of my comedy through podcasts. So I think, again, Netflix is proving that they have a finger on the pulse of what's happening, and they're just like the Amazon of streaming and just gonna get more money. It's gonna be easy money.
Yeah, I think that's a big reason behind Netflix's push into stand-up. I mean, people enjoy it, but it also costs so little to produce stand-up specials. I mean, there are no multiple takes. There's no real big set design in a way that a film or TV show is. It's just one person and a microphone, so it's definitely a moneymaker for them.
Especially if they're going to clip some of the specials they've already put on.
Yeah.
Like, let's say if they take the Amy Schumer and they just give you 15 minutes of it and put it on. I mean,
Which
that's
seems weird, though.
So easy, though.
To just take 15 minutes of
It's like a teaser. Then it's like, and go to Netflix to watch the rest. Like,
Right.
it's an easy way to bring people over to the platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first time they're like not only doing an audio subscription, but like an outside company they're like licensing their content, which I think is really interesting for Netflix. They've never done that before yet, and now they're appointing their company where they have enough content to give to another company to air. The thing is so funny, like they do these little stand-up specials that cost nothing, but then they'll pay Chris Rock $20 million. So it's like they have
And
so
Dave Chappelle.
much money, and like I think we read they're investing $2 billion in marketing that it's just. they have so much money to spend. I mean, I get it. They just expand the empire, just like take over Sirius now. And I think people will listen to this.
$20 million for one special.
I know.
Yeah,
So
one.
much.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's crazy how big comedy is now and how popular it is. Like, when you started comedy, did you feel like
No.
it wasn't that? Like, I was like,
I
oh,
did
this
not.
is kind of unearthed almost. Like, people weren't into it, and then all of a sudden, like, every commercial was like, it's gotta be funny, even if it's for a death insurance company. And you're like, this should be a serious commercial. Like, everything now is like so comedy centric that I was shocked when that happened.
Yeah. Do you call life insurance death insurance?
Oh, is that not what it is?
That's
Isn't
like-
it
Because I love it. You're just like, let's get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
We're gonna
people
die.
are
all gonna die.
Yeah.
This isn't life insurance. This is death insurance.
It's specifically for when the life ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love this
Thank
your
you for just cutting
commercial.
through the bullshit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, I'm no BS Shannon.
You're gonna die one day. This
I
is
didn't
why-
feel like it was that popular, like when I first started.
Yeah. at
Well,
all.
you're right. Like the specials used to be a big deal. Like Eddie Murphy's comedy special was a big deal. Now a lot of popular comedians have specials. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a very common occurrence now,
Yeah.
which I enjoy as a consumer.
Pretty
I mean,
common, but I haven't had it.
well, we're gonna,
You
Yeah,
will, though.
I visualized it yesterday on the show. For
Yeah.
you.
I know you did.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
I
putting
think
it out there.
it's a couple of things. One, I think it's because the times right now are so dark and divisive that people like are looking more towards these comics to like bring laughs. But also it's like people. I think it's almost becoming like, you know when Entourage came out and everyone then wanted to be an agent or something like that? It's like almost like this is now happening where like everyone wants to be like a stand-up comedian or a comedian because like it's the cool hot thing to be. So like it's this switch in culture where like you went from being like the schmoozy Ari Gold agent yelling at assistants to now being like, I'm a quirky comedian, I'm gonna do stand-up. So
Yeah.
I mean, I like this. I'd rather I like stand-up comedians more.
It could
But
be scary though because I went to the dentist once and he was like in my mouth
Yeah.
working and he was like, you know, I'm working on my SNL packet. And I was like, get out! Get out! Like I got so terrified.
Right.
Who wants a doctor in like working on your body when he's like, I really just want to crack jokes.
like a dentist, he's trying out for SNL. That's great.
I
Yeah.
was like, get out of my mouth right now.
and every guy on Tinder has a picture of him trying stand-up.
I hate
It's like so popular
Yeah.
right now, and
I
I,
hate
swipe left
that.
immediately.
Yeah, a lot of people's dads are always like, do you think I should try stand up? And I'm like, don't ask me for permission. I don't want to give it to you.
Yeah.
But Deb, I feel like for you guys who do stand up, it must be such like a painful kind of when you're seeing now that it's like the way Instagram made everyone a photographer.
Yeah.
That now this day and age, I feel like everyone thinks they can be a
Netflix
comedian.
made everyone a stand.
Netflix made everyone a stand-up comedian. I just feel like if you kind of like
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's trying to be a comedian. It's just horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I encourage it a lot because I'm like, you'll learn along the way like how hard it is, and then you might not want to do it.
Oh yeah,
When you're
try it.
like,
Try
"Oh,
it.
I'm
Push them to try
crushing
it.
it."
Well,
Yeah.
I think everyone should take classes. I've taken improv classes. I
Yeah.
love them. I've learned so much. I will continue with them. But definitely, you definitely realize it's way more than just being funny or having a personality. There's a lot of like art and skill, and there's stuff to it.
How much do you think
Shout
that
out
radio and podcasts, though, have changed the comedy game? In particular, do you guys feel like it's giving people more opportunities to like, you know?
Yeah, you know, I've noticed that like podcasts give a lot of people who are introverted a chance to show how funny they are. Like I have friends who would not get on stage because they would just like melt and freak out. But they have really popular podcasts because they're like, you know, I could just do this from my apartment and be alone and creepy and like put my jokes into a mic and be like, discover me. You know?
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, in some very hot news, there's a giant bare-chested, sexy statue of actor Jeff Goldblum in London. The 25-foot creation was erected next to London's Tower Bridge in honor of the 25th anniversary of Jurassic Park's UK premiere. The super-sized Goldblum is depicted as his Jurassic Park character, Dr. Ian Malcolm. Needless to say, it's quickly becoming London's hottest new attraction. Boing. I mean, check it out. I know everybody right now in the audience is just sweating.
Yeah. Well, look at the pug. He's really
Yeah.
enjoying it.
I like
Yeah.
how he's also shirtless and the word erected was in your copy. I think
Yeah.
it was just very important.
They were like, Shannon's a pervert. She's a freak. Like, let's give it to her.
This is so weird.
It's super weird. Yeah, I'm with you.
But you gotta just love the Brits. I mean, this is hysterical.
You
know?
gotta love
You gotta
the Brits.
love them.
You
you
gotta.
got to love
You gotta love the Brits. For I mean, you know, I love the baby Trump balloon. So
Wait,
and
can I
that,
just
that
say,
was
it's so
great.
funny when we make a joke and then you kind of like repeat the joke in a way that's just so weird. Like it just happened again.
what did I say?
No, you were like, you gotta love the Brits, and then Shannon was like, you gotta love the Brits, and then you were like, we got to love the Brits, and everyone was like, what the fuck?
I'm yes-anding, okay? Anyway.
There you go.
All I was saying is, I appreciate
Thank
it.
you,
It's
UCB.
funny.
Yeah.
Thanks, UCB. But yeah, I love the Trump baby balloon. I thought that was really funny, and they have a great sense of humor.
I do think the British are funnier than we are. I think they just like are able
They're
to
more
like,
sarcastic.
Yeah, they're able to like pinpoint these things that I think we would just skip over. Like, this is fantastic.
But is
It
this a
weird.
joke?
Yeah, but I think it's also
it's very serious. It's very serious piece of art that we should be thinking about. Like, what does this mean?
What does
His
it mean?
chest, it's bare.
each chest hair represents something.
Well, it's
Yeah.
25 feet tall on the 25th anniversary. That is all I got.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, right? Right?
I love
Yeah.
that, but it has nothing to
right?
do with
Right.
London.
Yeah.
Like Jurassic Park and Jeff Goldblum, like has nothing to do with
Nothing to
London, but
do.
they were like, you know what? We're
Right.
just fucking wet for him. Let's go for
I
it.
imagine the queen looking at the window and oh, that's funny. Like, just like a little giggle.
Also, don't you love how Jeff Goldblum is just so weird and everywhere, and people love him, and
Yeah.
they're also mystified by him. Like, he is just like a weird dude. He's in those like house commercials
Yeah.
for like Street Easy or something, and he's like selling house. I don't even know what he does, but I'm like so attracted to him still. It's weird.
He's also like your cool dad on Instagram. Like
Yeah.
he's like actually not embarrassing. He just really like tries really edgy and fun
Yeah.
and like has a sense of style and stuff.
Yeah.
I think he's kind of cool.
And he's 65.
Yeah.
And he looks so fucking good for an old guy. Like, have you ever seen Earth Girls Are Easy? Do you remember that film?
Yeah, I remember it.
That sex scene where she's like, oh my God, I'm having an alien experience. And he's just blasting her up. And then she wakes up and has to take like 45 birth control pills. And I'm like, that's a good night.
I've never seen that.
No? Oh.
Nor I've never even heard of that scene.
All right. Earth Girls Are Easy. Jim Carrey's in it. No one? Oh, it's Gina
Earth
Davis.
Girls Are Easy?
It's such a good film. You have to watch it. It's about 3 very sexy aliens who come down. They're
And is
so
he one
hot.
of the aliens?
Yeah,
Oh.
he's one of the aliens. They start off all furry, if you're into that, and then they get all smooth. It's one of the greatest films of all time. I can't believe you haven't watched it.
Can we watch it together?
Yeah, it's not scary.
Good.
Yeah.
I want your commentary.
It sounds
throughout.
frightening.
Yeah.
No, it's so much fun. It's very 80s. It's really cool. It's like shot in LA.
Yeah.
It's very California. It's hot.
You-
Would you guys want to have sex with an alien?
Clap.
Right? Woo!
Everyone's
Yeah.
really into it.
I can't clap for that.
No?
Yeah. Do you guys remember him in The Fly?
Oh, yeah.
Now that was some scary stuff. Would you sleep with him in The Fly?
Sure.
Aaron's not gonna say
Yeah.
no. Speaking of, you mentioned LA, and this got me thinking like promotional materials. The best promotional thing I've ever seen was during, I may have said this already, but during the Emmy season last year when Hulu hired handmaids to walk around LA.
Oh,
it was so freaky when I'm at work and I look out the window and these 2 women dressed as handmaids just walking down Wilshire, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
That's
Yeah.
brilliant.
It was brilliant. They won the Emmy that year because that was just
Because
for that.
of those women.
Just because of those women. But all around LA and stuff, it was so cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
I can't wait for when it happens for real and we're like, under his eye.
When Mike Pence is our supreme overlord.
Oh, God. Nikki Bella recently said that watching her ex-fiance and WWE star John Cena get naked on the big screen killed her sex drive. During a recent episode of Total Bellas, the reality TV star admits she couldn't masturbate after watching Cena bare butt for the world to see in Trainwreck.
Now you all can see it
Look at
here.
his leg.
Yeah.
That's the best part.
This is a great morning show, guys.
Yeah.
I think
But-
we have a clip from that.
We just
Yeah.
saw it.
We
I
just
think.
saw it.
Yeah.
Oh, they played the clip?
They
I
Yeah.
saw
played
the
it while you were
graphic.
speaking.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, while I was speaking. That's right. We went over this in rehearsal. Anyways, that scene.
Yeah, his butt
So
has
good.
muscles. It's weird.
What she's saying, my confusion is she saying that like seeing him be intimate with someone else turns her off?
I think so.
Or that how
That's
he
what I
was
took from
acting
it.
in the
Oh.
scene, his behavior turned her off.
Oh, I thought that she felt weird about him being in a sex scene with another woman and that everybody was watching it being like, that ass. And that she felt uncomfortable about him being like publicly sexualized. That's what I took.
Yeah.
That's what-
Or also, when she is having sex with him, she never really gets to see that angle. So maybe she was just
Yeah.
like, ugh.
I know.
Okay,
know.
excuse
Right,
me.
which is what-
Let's not shame the man who never skips leg day. Okay.
Okay, I'm not shaming him. I'm just saying sex
Shut
is
the
sometimes
fuck
not
up.
pretty, and seeing your partner from that angle can be unattractive.
Yeah, which is why I encourage mirrors.
But-
True.
Okay, so
Get to know your body and
Yeah.
your partner's body.
You know, like put up some mirrors, figure it out, make sure you're gonna sign up for everything you want.
Yeah,
yeah, see from all
that's
angles.
good advice.
Right? Have you guys ever had trouble masturbating? It's the article.
Yeah. No. Well, thinking about it. There was a dry spell after the election, I'll admit
Oh
that.
yeah, I know, sad times, right? No, I really think, I love this scene, and I think he was so funny in it that I'm not attracted to him as like, you know, his vibe, but he was really funny in it, so I'd be like, I'm down for that. I think he's funny, and that butt, like you know, not him, but I would rip off his butt cheeks and just like make out with his butt.
Yeah.
I don't like him like that.
No? Oh no, I don't like him. I like his butt. Just like the butt.
No, I know you do.
Yeah.
We talked about it twice this
Hey.
week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Shannon, say but one more time.
But.
Okay, moving on. Social media is still in shock over the latest episode of America's Got Talent. This week, a fiery trapeze act went up in flames, sending host and talent alike on an emotional roller coaster ride. Let's take a look. Oh.
She okay?
Nope.
So Shannon, do you want to try it?
Yeah, let's
Should
go.
we do it?
Okay,
Let's go.
come on, let's go.
Melody
we
is the most
practiced.
dramatic in all of that. She's like, ah, even as they're like doing well at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The whole time they were building up to that, they were like, someone's gonna die.
Yeah.
I was kind of like shocked that I feel like it might be fake. Don't you feel like it was fake? Because supposedly you're supposed to like put your feet out this way when you're coming down, and she was pointing her feet. And I feel like if she really fell, she would have fallen into the fire and got crisped up, and that didn't happen. It was like safe, and there was a mat on the ground. I just felt like, you know what? It's not real.
Yeah.
Also, he didn't react at all. He was just hanging upside down with his blindfold on and just like, I dropped her. Like, he didn't. He wasn't like, ah, you know? So I feel like it might have been a little
That was the
planned.
one part that really did surprise me.
Yeah.
And that made me think either this happens all the time when they're practicing. Like, I'm sure they fall when they're practicing.
Yeah.
Or, like, yeah, he was just sitting there and he didn't move.
No.
He was hanging there for like 10 seconds. I was like, take your fucking mask
Right.
off, bro. Your wife fell.
Seriously, and your baby's
Well,
watching.
excuse me, they are professionals, okay? And when you're professional, you can't show that you messed up. So.
Oh yeah, so they were
No,
like, we
it's- but
planned it.
This is planned. I mean, I will say, yeah, I feel like if they're such experts, she should have known about the feet thing. But I will say, is like, if you watch that whole thing, I mean, I can barely do a somersault, okay? So it is amazing watching them fly through the air and be all strong and whatever. But it is funny when they get down, they're like, all these judges are there, and they were good, but Simon's like, well, you know, when a singer gets up there, they don't hit every note, so it's okay you messed that up. I'm like, he just dropped his wife. That was like the biggest part of his routine.
Right.
I mean, still, very impressive, could never do it, but I'm just saying, like, you know.
Yeah, this show is just filled with weird acts, though. I actually find myself watching it a lot, just it's like on TV. I think the weirdest one I've ever seen was the guy who would like swallow quarters and then regurgitate them back up. Have you seen that? And then he would like put numbers on the quarters, like 1 through 4, and swallow them and be like, Heidi, pick a number, and she would say 4, and he would like burp up the 4th quarter.
Are you kidding me?
I swear to God.
And that is
it
that's
was
our
the
future
weirdest
president.
and most fascinating thing. He made it very, very far because like Heidi Klum was into it. And I watched it every week kind of to watch him burp up quarters. It was gross.
Ew, and what the question is, like, if you're not a singer and you win this and you're someone who regurgitates quarters, what are you gonna go on the quarter burping
win a lot
tour
of
after?
You win a lot of money. I mean, this show you actually win a significant amount of
What
money.
do you, how much money?
I think it's like $1 million.
150. Oh, sorry.
I think it's close to $1 million. Okay, we need maybe fact check that, but it's a significant amount of money. I think these people were like, we want to have a show in Vegas one day, so they're working towards getting awareness. They make their own show.
Yeah.
Quarter man, I'm assuming, just wants to get more money to buy, then get change for more quarters. So I don't know. It
I'm
depends.
clapping for that because that was well done.
Yeah. Do you have any
Money.
hidden talents that you can go on America's Got Talent for?
None.
You definitely do, Shannon.
No, I don't.
I don't have any.
Really?
I don't have any.
Come on, you gotta
right?
have a talent.
No, I feel like you're the one that has talent.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird talents though? It's
Yeah.
really-
Yeah.
I'm a really good hula hooper.
Okay.
Oh.
I once
Why is
hula
that
hooped
surprising?
for 3 hours at my sports camp to break a non-existent camp record. No one gave a shit. I hula hooped by myself. My brother pretended not to know me. I walked across the soccer field to get fed cookies, but the only counselor would talk to me. And at the end of the day, I was so happy. No one cared. I get in the car. I'm like, Mom.
When?
I hula hooped for 3 hours, and my mom goes, "You wasted a whole day at camp hula hooping."
When did you first decide to identify as a Disney princess? I'm just.
Okay, it was early on. It was early. I think I was about 4 maybe when I first saw Sleeping Beauty. It's like, that's who I want to be. But I've retired since then. I don't hula hoop anymore, but I was very good at it.
I think we should hula hoop
And I
one
was
day.
chubby too, so it was a great look.
Oh, that's so cute.
Chubby Lucas.
I had no friends at camp.
Well, you had that counselor that gave you cookies.
She appreciated me. Teresa, shout out to Teresa, wherever you are.
She was
thanks
like,
for
I
leaving
want
me.
to keep him plump.
Yeah, hula hooping just like this.
Yeah. Ooh, wow.
Oh,
I was good.
Sexy.
I was able to go on my walk, go down on my knees, go back up, jump, hula hoop.
Wow.
I was good, guys.
You should go on America's Got Talent.
I should. But people can hula hoop with their necks. I can't do that. Just literally
I
just
can do that.
standard hula hooping just for a long time.
Okay.
That's my talent. So just the episode would be like 3 hours long. Like, oh, he's still going. Okay, cool.
You're about to make this episode 3 hours long.
You got more talent than the rest of us, so.
Yeah, at least I have a hidden talent.
I don't have any.
Ooh, moving
you go.
on.
Wait, what is
not
that?
working.
What is that?
Oh.
Whoa.
Why did you keep that a secret until
Well,
now?
I just found
whipped
out I
it
could
out.
do it.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Thank you.
She won. It's official. The city of San Francisco has banned tour buses from the iconic Full House home. Officials say that the tours have led to drivers driving on the wrong side of the street, not to mention a bunch of blocked driveways and illegal parking. So if you want to catch a glimpse of the famous house, fans will just have to catch Fuller House on Netflix.com.
Yeah.
Check it out. What are you sad that you can't just take a tour bus there now?
Yeah. Well,
Somebody who needs you.
we don't have
Need
the
you.
rights to that
I
song. Apparently tourists were like driving backwards, illegally parking. Like it was like mayhem in front of the Full House. I want to just say, like, you do know they do not actually film there. Like they filmed on a studio lot in LA. Like that house is just used, and that intro was filmed once by one extra camera guy. Like, okay, this looks nice. That was it.
Yeah. But people do this. I mean, the Sex and the City tour in New York City used to go by Carrie Bradshaw's old apartment, and to the point where they stopped. I did the tour, and they had stopped taking people on the tour to her house because like it was so crowded. And now there's a fence up. It's really nice. So there's a little fence up, and then they ask you to donate money to charity if you come by and take a picture with the
that's nice.
stairs.
What charity?
I don't remember.
A
I didn't
shoe
take
Like a
any
shoe
money.
fund.
Yeah.
Literally. Yeah.
But same thing with the Breaking Bad house too in New Mexico. Same thing.
Yeah.
People were driving by and people were throwing pizzas on the roof because you remember that episode.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
And then people were like, "We live here. We are people. Stop throwing pizza on our house."
Yeah, they were throwing pizza on the
Yeah.
roof and then cooking meth. And everyone was
so
like,
much
go
meth.
home.
There was so much meth. Yeah, so they had to put a fence around their front yard. So now
Yeah.
they have like the Hood house on the block because people kept throwing pizzas on their roof.
And the Sopranos house in New Jersey, people keep murdering people outside.
So much fun. Have you ever been on that murder tour in LA?
No, part of it though.
Oh yeah, it's really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where the
Where's
people.
What houses?
You just go, well, like in LA, every house is a murder house.
Yeah.
So you basically like, okay, so this person was murdered here, this is another Manson family. But you can't walk anywhere without being like, it's a famous murder house. And it's really fun.
Gotta love LA. That's the culture of LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys watch Fuller House?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Tell us.
I know that it's like some people are like, oh, it's so cheesy, but it's like nostalgic and fun, and I really like the kids.
Yeah.
I think they're so fun.
And just to clarify, because I saw Full House, not Fuller, but they have a younger generation of little kids now, right? Or
Yeah.
you're saying the kids grown up? No.
Oh no, the
new kids.
younger new kids, yeah.
Okay, the new shiny bright kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new ones. But it's just like cool to have them back, and I know that they were on Build, and I think we have a clip of that.
To be able to do this 30 years later and have it, Fuller House be such a success, and to do it with people that we love, and to really have so much fun with it, and create a whole new generation of fans has really been a huge compliment and a huge testament to kind of the show that we created 30 years ago, that there's something that stands the test of time, that 30 years later people will still want to watch these characters.
You know who stood the test of time? Uncle Jesse.
Uncle
Oh
Jesse.
Yeah.
my God.
That guy.
He looks the exact
now
same.
he is sexy.
Are you trying to
True.
erect a 25-foot statue of
Jesse.
him?
Of Uncle Jesse, but with the mullet. I
Okay.
want with the
Yeah.
mullet.
He
Uncle
is
Jesse.
literally so gorgeous. I mean,
gorgeous.
he's just so hot.
Did you see him in Scream Queens?
I've seen him in person, and he's so
Yeah,
fucking
he's so good in
hot.
Scream Queens.
Lucky.
I will say at Full House, like, I think it kind of jumped the shark once Michelle was able to talk. Like I think the Good Days when Michelle was a baby, and like that's where like the show was at its prime. But it did like even the original series. Like I have like cousins who are really young who love that show. Like that show is still so popular because of reruns or whatever. So. I mean, that says something about a TV show. They can still have this impact 20 years later, 25 years later.
Is Fuller House just as preachy as Full House?
Oh, what do you mean? How preachy?
Yeah.
Oh, because like when I watched Full House back, I was like, this is really preachy.
Remember the episode where Kimmy...
Like everything is like a lesson.
Kimmy drunk drives and you learn that's how like the mom died or whatever. I remember that episode being like, what the fuck's drunk driving?
Wow, I think I blacked that out.
Whoa,
I
think I blocked that
real, guys.
Yeah, bring up that episode.
It wasn't all fun and games. There were serious lessons to be learned on that show.
You just made me so sad.
Yeah,
I like didn't know that
Sorry,
happened.
it just came to me.
I remember when Bob Saget, because he would always sit people down and be like, well, Michelle. Well, no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't steal the candy.
I don't feel like it's that serious as it was.
Don't drunk drive.
Don't drunk drive, don't lie. No, I think now it's more like, oh no, there's peanut butter on my knees and the dog's licking it. Oh, be careful where you put peanut butter. Like it's more lighthearted, for sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Not as
So, want to lighten things up. You know, so we're talking about like TV characters where they live. I read that apparently in TV universe, Will and Grace live on the same street as Liz Lemon.
Oh, I love that.
So in the imaginary TV world, Liz Lemon probably ignores Will and Grace because she doesn't like talking to people.
Karen probably rips apart Liz Lemon.
Oh.
She's like, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah. You're a writer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
All right, this was fun, guys.
Yeah.
That's fun.
This was fun. Maybe we should do it again.
Yeah. How about tomorrow? That's right. Thanks for watching us. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same table.
Bye.